Hi, everybody. So, here is a follow-up to the videos that I posted last week. Um, I I can't believe that I have not done this sooner. It, it's just impossible to me to think that little changes can really make big results. And so, I just wanted to kind of show you what I had done. So, I had a 3-day weekend this weekend, and I thought, I could just kind of let it go by like I normally do and just kind of relax and, just, you know, binge TV and blah, blah, blah. But I thought, I have 3 days to really kind of figure things out and really start making some changes. And so, I on Saturday I went to my refrigerator. I got up early, I did my laundry, went to the fridge and I cleaned it all out. I had so much stuff like left over from like holiday stuff, and some things were, keto friendly and some things weren't. So I just literally just kind of cleaned it all out because it's been a couple weeks anyway, so it was time. So I cleaned it out and then I took inventory of what I had. I did that with the freezer and the fridge. And I cleaned out a bunch of stuff. And, I really just want you to learn from me, like, label your things that you're putting in the freezer. I am so dumb because I make things and then I think, okay, I'm going to take some of this and freeze it so I can have it for later. And I'll remember what it is. And then a while later, I look at it and I'm like, I have no idea what it is. So please label your food. Um, and so I took inventory, and so I just kind of wanted to show you what I did. So I had all the things, oops, all the things that I have were right here. This is all the stuff I had. And then I went through I had some recipes that I had been wanting to use and make and stuff. And so I went through some of those recipes and I was like, okay, and I really wanted to make it protein heavy because that was a lot of the stuff that I had in my refrigerator that I was keeping. And so, what did I have, and what recipes kind of followed that. So I didn't have to like keep buying things. I had stuff already, so I wanted to make things that I with the ingredients that I already had, if that makes sense. And I found a bunch of recipes, and I thought, oh, I have that protein, so let me see what else I need. And so then I just went and then I ended up making a needs list, and I didn't, and I made I put the recipes down here because I didn't know how much stuff I would need. But this is all I needed, and because I had all this stuff, and so it was really neat. And so then I wrote down the recipes that I was going to make, and I numbered them, and then according to the ingredients that I needed, I put a number next to it. So again, sorry. For example, I made a broccoli and cheese casserole. So then I went through and I needed broccoli. So here's a number one. And then cheese I already had. So there's a number one. So then I would know that I wasn't going to be like, oh, did I forget to write this ingredient down? Or what ingredient does that does am I saving this for this recipe? And it really worked out well. I couldn't believe it. So, and it didn't take me much time to do this. Maybe 30 minutes at the most, because I once I had opened up the fridge and the freezer and I wrote down everything that I had, and then I went through the recipes and I looked through the ingredients. And I'm not making these really big complicated recipes or anything. They're pretty simple and with few ingredients. Then I could just say, oh, okay, I have this, but I need broccoli. So then I wrote that down, and then another recipe needed broccoli, and I'm like, okay, so then I wrote down that. And so I was able to see how much did I need to buy versus, what I needed and had already. And so I went to Sam's Club and I bought spinach, broccoli, and heavy cream. Those are the three things that I needed at Sam's. And usually when I go to Sam's, I'm like buying, tons of stuff. And then, I'm shoving it in my refrigerator because I didn't clean it out first. I didn't, and it's just a big hot mess. So by cleaning out the refrigerator, knowing what I had, knowing what I needed, and then I went to Aldi's and then I bought what did I buy there? I bought onions because I didn't really need a big thing of onions. I just needed like a few. And so I knew I was going to get that at Aldi's. And then there was a couple of other things, but they didn't really have them, so I didn't pick those up. But I did pick up some other things that I did see there. But Yeah, I mean, my needs list was so much shorter. So I saved a lot of money too because I'm using the stuff that I already had instead of I mean, instead of re-buying stuff to add to what I already had. So, yeah, that was really, really nice. And so I ended up making, I had nine recipes on my list, and I made everything except for two. And so I now have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because it's a short week, I only have 4 days this week, so I have it for the rest of the week. And then, if I need to or if I want to, I'm just going to save some of that stuff and I'm going to label it and I'm going to put it in the freezer because I think after a week at work, eating the same stuff again, like over the weekend, I'm done with it. So I'll just put that in the freezer and then I'll save it for another time that I'm not here for the weekend and I can't cook and stuff. And then I can pull stuff out of the freezer to take with me for the next week of work. But the thing that I did want to share with you specifically was that I only ate keto friendly foods again. I went back to really just going back to the basics and eating only keto friendly foods for the last 3 days, and I lost 6 pounds. And so that hasn't happened in a really long time. I'd been on a plateau for a long time because I was kind of towing the line. I was eating more carbs than I should. And oh, that's my alarm telling me that my food in the oven is ready. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you that it's never too late to reset. And then once you put your mind to it, you can do it. And so I hope that helps. And please, go through your refrigerator and your pantry and things and write down what you have and find some recipes using the things that you already have. Bye.